I call it shoulder flies. Rhymes with grug. Oh no, what's up dinguses? It's the first day of the week, meaning that it is a push day, but today is triceps day, where I am finally gonna be implementing some overhead motion. I don't much like skull crushers, they're just not for me. So instead I'm gonna be trying the wire machine version where I have it already set to the 5 weight, so I guess I'll just show you guys. You just push it over your head like this, straightening your arm. And I'm pretty sure that's the exercise. Obviously, this being the first time I've ever done this, we're gonna have to figure out the weight we're doing. So I'm gonna go to what I assume is around 25 pounds and see how this feels to start. I think I could go up. This should be good for now. We'll do a set. Okay. This being the first time I've ever done this before, my arm keeps cracking. I'm popping joints I didn't know I could pop. Meaning, like, you know, when you crack your knuckles, same thing, but it's happening in like my wrist because I've never done this exercise before, so my body is like, oh, so we're putting pressure on these joints now. Hey, I warmed up, all right? I did 5 pounds. No, I feel this though. That feels cool. Seeing as how obviously any tricep movement, you're gonna work all of the muscles in the tricep. It's just that some will get targeted more with different movements, just like every other exercise pretty much. But this is targeting apparently the biggest muscle in the tricep when you do overhead movements. So that's why I'm trying it. I don't want to be skipping the biggest muscle in one of my muscle groups. That sounds stupid. So I'm gonna trust the science on this one and go for an overhead movement. I'm not the only one in the gym this time, so I feel less inclined to be goofy. I'm sorry for all the people who are new here. I'm usually much more animated, but I have social anxiety, so instead of being goofy, I'm gonna act as normal as possible so people don't think I'm insane and ignore the fact that I'm talking to a camera. It's really hard to set down the weight without being obnoxious. I don't much like being obnoxious, but that's why I come late, it's fine. Ooh, nifty. What program am I going by? No, I'm lying. I'm making my own program basically and finding what works for me, because I feel like if I'm gonna be a YouTuber, right, a gym fitness influencer or fucking whatever, that I gotta figure it out myself and then share my findings instead of just using what other people already know. That seems like cheap work, okay? I'm gonna put in the time and I'm gonna figure out something, hopefully. Maybe something even new, who knows? I'm not gonna find out anything new or interesting if I just follow everybody else's workout plans. No offense to anybody else. I will take information in as much as possible, especially critiques on my videos and stuff that people will give. Like for instance, apparently on my back days, I'm not doing enough upper back, which I took into consideration and then found a new upper back exercise to do. I think it's because I used to do close grip rows, which work the upper back a little bit. Not a lot, but I mean more than not working it at all. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. I try to let it down slowly because I feel like I'm shorter than I actually am sometimes. So that was loud. Now instead of pulling up, we pull down. Last time we did 65 on this, so I'm gonna do that again. It didn't feel that heavy, which was so cool. My triceps are apparently much stronger than I thought they were, which is always just such an interesting thing to realize. I also realized I didn't have any music on for that whole thing. I probably missed some reps because of that. Hey man, it's a 5% lifting buff, all right? When you listen to music, you cannot forget it. And I actually don't even think that's an exaggeration. I'm pretty sure it does actually help the mind-muscle connection because you're not thinking about it as much. I don't know what the science is behind it, honestly, but I do know that it's like proven it works. It doesn't actually feel that heavy. I'm starting to realize how much of the machine we're actually doing here. Quite interesting. It's like, you know, ooh, we're doing like 2/3 of the weight on the machine. One day you want to be that guy who comes in and is like, there's not enough weight on any of the machines. Oh, I can't put enough plates on here. One day. And I'm not gonna look like it. That's my goal. I don't want to look like I'm able to do the shit I'm able to do because then it's cool.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me.
All right, yeah, it feels heavy now. Demoralizing. I am beat. I can't go any further. I had to go down 5 pounds or 7.5. I don't know, some amount. I can't go on. Yeah, these two back to back, it works. Every day I stray further and further from the gods, meaning that I lift what people tell me to instead of what my heart tells me to. All right, one more of these on the lower weight. Ooh, that's 8. Ooh. Ow, I hit my arm. Sometimes my depth perception leaves room to be desired. Do a little warm up with the 25s real quick before we do that heavy weight. All right, real weight time. Still on the 55s. I don't see myself going up anytime in the near future. I think we're probably gonna be here for maybe another 2 weeks before I can go up to 60, because we've already been on it for about a week. But I do think that after blowing out the triceps, 55 is not gonna be an easy task anyways. With that being said, I think we can hit this for today. But going up, I'm gonna set a goal to do it by the end of next week to try and just do the 60s. Last tricep day, we hit chest last, I think. It was a mess. And we were not able to move this weight. Like, I literally almost hurt myself because I couldn't move the weight. Here, I think we'll be just fine. Ooh. Ooh. My headphones keep falling off, it's pissing me off. That was pretty good. that was pretty good. I lost count, actually. I don't know how many I did. I'll say it right now. 8. That number, I'll either say, woohoo, or dang, that really sucked for the number I got. Woohoo! Just kidding, I'm always disappointed in myself. Man, I say this every time I look down and I'm doing the 55s, right? Like, it's not really that heavy in the grand scheme of things. This is a little more than one barbell bar, okay? But imagine, you know, double fisting some barbells and just doing that, right? That's all, I'm doing more than that. Okay, guess we have to do this again. Ooh. What a wild little exercise. You know, you convince yourself you love this thing. Everybody does. They're like, oh my God, I love bench press. And then you get to it and you're like, yeah, I do. This is the most famous ego lift, right? Is this in like, I don't know, traps. Just people going, ugh, with like a bunch of plates. It's like, yeah, dude, great job. You did one of the easy exercises with a bunch of weight. Actually, are traps easy? I mean, yeah, every time I do them, I'm like, wow, this is more weight than I expected I could do. To be entirely honest, I think I could have done 60s. I know. I'll do it next chest day, next chest focus day, which will be in 2 days. Or 2 chest days, obviously. So next week it'll be shoulders first and then chest first at the beginning of next week. So that's when I'll do 60s. And we somehow still have one more of these. I think I did, my guess for the first set is that I did 10. And I did 7 here, which means we want to get somewhere around 6 to 5, and I will be happy. So yeah, that's the goal. Me when the Tavern Rock song comes on. Ooh. Ooh. Jesus. Oh, it just so happened that there was a bench right next to me, already set up at the right angle. So we're gonna be doing 35-pound dumbbells because that's what I've been seeing success in. And by success, I mean actually being able to do a decent amount of reps while still feeling fatigue. Because I could go down to the 25s or I could go down to the 20s and I could hit reps, but would I really feel the fatigue that I'm looking for, the hypertrophy? I'm also thinking about maybe on days where chest is not the focus, like for instance, next push day, we'll start with incline bench press before we do normal bench press because we're trying to hit all the muscles, because targeting is for the given day. For instance, chest day, that's where the targeting is gonna be. We don't really need to even do normal bench press on a non-chest day. We could just do the incline and that be the only chest workout on a given non-chest specific day. We just do 4 sets instead of 3, and that should cover it for that day. Ooh. 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 See, that wasn't so bad, and I felt it in my shoulders and in my upper chest. And that's the point, because after this we're doing shoulders anyways. How many was that? I think it was around 8 to 10. That's the goal rep weight, or that's the goal rep range. So what is there to complain about? Many things, like the political and economic state of the world. I've been watching some videos about what it's like to compete in like bodybuilding and all of that stuff. I'm far out from it, you know? Some people are like, I'm 10 weeks out, I'm whatever weeks out. I'm probably like a year at minimum out from anything like that at all. But I'm the kind to always try and be over-prepared in just about anything I'm going into. And I watch a lot of people, specifically their dieting, because I know that is gonna be the biggest pain in the ass of all of it. And oh my God, it seems like everybody's miserable. I get it, it's effective, it works. If you wanna win, it's what you gotta do. If you wanna be the best, it's what you gotta do. I understand. I'm not saying that it's like, how these guys are so stupid, why would they do this? No, they're smart, that's why they're doing it. You know, they get a trainer to tell them to eat, I don't know, 500 calories a meal or something like that, as close to death as we can get while you're still building muscle, basically. And I'm a food lover, but not to the point where it's like an addiction, so I think I'd be able to do it, and like, yeah, of course I'd miss, you know, normal fatty food, but at the same time, I don't know, I think I'd be okay. Yeah, I went a little hard on that. Basically, if you just tell yourself, if I don't get another rep, then I'll die. And if that works for you, you know, you can take yourself that seriously. Maybe sometimes you'll just get that extra set, you know? Because apparently the body and the amount of weight it can move cuts out at a certain threshold, not because you can't move the weight, but because your brain can't connect with enough nerve endings in non-fatigued muscle tissue to actually move the weight. So if you tap into that part of your brain that's like, oh, I'm gonna die. Like being able to do that is probably some amount of superpower in the gym of just trying to unlock that part of your brain that's like fight or flight. And I'm not trying to dog on anybody and be like, oh, I found the new secret to lifting. But like, it's not even a secret. It's just that like people hit plateaus. Maybe it's because they get too comfortable in the gym and you should try and feel a little more, you know, out of place, scared even, and ooh. 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 I call it shoulder flies. Rhymes with grug. Get one of the ones with low slack so that you can keep your arm in the right area. And obviously not this weight. I think I can do about 20 pounds, so I'm gonna do 5 as a warm-up for the shoulders. So technically 5 sets, 1 warm-up, 4 working. Straight out, all the way down to where your hand is right in front of your body. Back up. Even 5 pounds feels heavy, dude. We're gonna do 20 because 15 is just a little too light. Actually, we're gonna do 15 and put on this handy dandy 7.5 pound weight. No, that's too much. I guess we'll just do 15 and not be cocky idiot since we're doing 4 sets. So I feel supremely warmed up though. So 4 sets, here we come. Boulder shoulders, here we come. More like. Oof. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. I think I had it on the wrong setting. Jesus, this exercise really works. Like, really works. It's actually kind of insane. You don't expect just the smallest change to affect it so much, but because of how direct your body has to be moving to make this exercise work, instead of, you know, the normal flies where your arms just on this, your body has to be straight up and down. You have to go to the correct angle from the machine, you know? Your body's actually working at peak efficiency or whatever. Well, not peak, obviously. If you could just move in a straight line without the inherent errors of the human body, then that would be perfect, but that's impossible. The reason this works so well is because it keeps you as rigid as some things possibly can. My left shoulder is so weak, dude. It's unbelievable. My left arm is just so weak. It's unbelievable. Oof. Ah. Ah. I actually feel like my shoulders are getting more used to doing this exercise each set because, again, this is actually only my second time doing this, but you guys wouldn't know that because my footage got corrupted and destroyed 3-4 videos ago now, and it makes me very sad. Posting every day is wild, though. It's like a vicious cycle, but it is fun to get into the gym. It really does. Like, every time I'm about to go, because I go late, it's like, oh, you could just go to bed, though, and skip it. And then, you know, the part of me that's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You bought pre-workout just for this reason. Get up and go to the gym. Yeah, you're right, me. Go to the gym. Ugh. Ah. Ah. Ugh. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, okay, so this weird thing happens with me. Whenever I find an exercise that really works for me, it takes my body usually a while to actually acclimate to it, and that's what you're seeing here. Because I think I actually did the least amount of reps on my first set and now the most here because I'm getting the form down, I'm working my muscles, they're getting more warmed up. Instead of, you know, reaching fatigue, they're actually just like, I don't know, they were reaching fatigue, like I literally couldn't get the weight up, but it's definitely a strange phenomenon. Let me know if you've ever experienced this, where your body kind of actually gets better at doing an exercise the more you do it, the first or the second time you've done it, actually. Also, maybe I'll put a picture of it on screen. New find for the goblin, I found something shiny. It was a thesaurus with a silver cover. It's 25 cents. Hey man, never underestimate the power of a thesaurus, okay? I'm a YouTuber, well, I mean, by trade, I guess. And that means that I need to use words, big boy words, for interesting things. And a thesaurus goes, hey, you like that word? Guess what? Here's another word that's just like it, but a little different. All right, one more set of this, and we're all done. Right. Next push day is handstand push-up day. Yes! But instead, I just had to suffer through today. Ooh. Ah. My tripod is always hard to carry up in one way or another. Either I worked out and demolished my arms, or my legs hurt. Either way. One day I'll fill out this compression shirt. One day. Ooh, ooh. The abs are looking good. I'm losing the weight, guys. Guys, I'm losing the weight. The abs are coming in. The abs are coming in. Ooh, ooh. Yes. Damn, I have body dysmorphia and this looks cool. The cut is working. Ooh, the triceps. Ooh. They're gonna call me a prodigy. Just kidding, they'll never call me that. Oh my God, yeah. I destroyed my traps. Could use a lot of work, honestly. I think the chest is where I'm lacking the most. But yeah, this is insane. I was not expecting to be happy with my weight today. Be honest, guys, do I have potential? That was a successful trap-focused day. Let me know what you would do differently because it's honestly helping a lot. And also say something whack in the comments below. Give me a hot take. Give me a hot, that's your call to action. Give me your hottest hot take, all right? About what? I don't know, anything you want. Exercise, maybe, but literally anything. Thanks for being here. You have a great attention span for making it to the end of a otherwise kind of meandering video. TikTok has not won you over yet. And have a good morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Later.